long do they expect us to wait?
Hello, everyone. I apologize for the delay, and this DC, right? 1 minute rains.
Welcome to Sunday Night Live, I think November the 16th. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I'm 70 plus years old with 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, back problems. I'm single on a fixed income around $900. I want to thank all of my subscribers and the people that come to my YouTube. You foxy ladies, thank you all for coming. As I told you, I got a new drugstore because I gave up on Walmart in Charlestown. And I found out through talking to other people who works in the drugstore. Hello, Jacob. Okay, grandson. What I found out about Walgreens, it came from somebody who works for Walgreens. I'm not going to say where. It could be a YouTube fan. That since I get 3 months supply of Ozempic, Walgreens don't make really any money. They make more money off of 1 month's supply than they would 3 months supply. So that's why they cut me from 3 months to 1 month, because Walgreens wants to make that money and put the shaft to your people. If you search Walgreens on the internet, you find out more about Walgreens or any other drugstore. You can look that up if you don't believe me. You know, but it's nice. You know, you people's real nice. You helping me get my subscribers. You helping me get my watch hours. It's about 50 degrees outside, I think. And since it's not cold, the kitty cat's not sleeping in the cage with the heat lamp, so I got that turned off to save electricity. But it's supposed to get colder in the next couple of days. The kitty cat got some hot dogs. They got some ham. 27, boy, that is cold. It is cold. You know, people, you know, heat pumps is good. Heat pumps is good. It's better than your gas furnace. Because you smell gas when you're heating. With a heat pump, you don't smell anything. It's good hot air. To me it is. I love a heat pump. But some areas, a heat pump costs you a little bit more money to heat your house. Here's a secret that I found out since I bought this house about 8 years ago. Your house has to be well insulated. You gotta have your double or triple pane windows. You gotta caulk around all your windows inside and outside and all this. If you're gonna build your house, you know, use spray foam on the outside walls. If you got a garage built onto your house, here's the secret to it. spray foam, close seal, whatever they call it, in your garage, all around all the cracks. There's a reason for it. If you don't believe me, go to Mike Holmes on YouTube. He builds houses, plus he inspects them. And he's from Canada. You know, if you put the regular insulation in there, you're going to have leaks. Good. Hello, Eli. And you want to make sure when you buy a new house, I've seen some of the inspectors that they have in Canada. You know. And Jacob, before your parents buy a house, have your parents go to Mike Holmes on YouTube and watch Mike Holmes' video. That way you know what questions to ask. I don't want you parents get taken care of, get screwed when you buy your house. And Jacob, make sure you and your parents watch Mike Holmes on YouTube. And listen to it. He teach you what questions to ask. You know, I've seen some of those inspectors in Canada from Mike Holmes' videos. I've seen people get screwed. You know, you have to go over the house with a fine-tooth comb. Is there mildew? You know, look for things. I'm just trying to rock the kiss. And I don't want anybody to get screwed when you buy your house or build a house. That's how come you go to Mike Holmes on YouTube. He builds houses, plus he inspects them. He has equipment to see if cold air is going out or, vice versa. He knows what to look for. He got the equipment to check everything out. If you got those drop-in ceiling panels where you can push it up and look, you need to see how good it's wired. I'm trying to educate your young people thinking of buying a house or building a house. And if you got a house that got an attached garage, well, it costs you more to build a house. But your contractor has to know what they're doing. People can tell you, well, this person's good, that person's good, or so-and-so. But Jacob, anybody else, go to Mike Holmes' YouTube channel. Watch his videos. And you know what I'm talking about. He's in Canada. He goes all over Canada. He has come to the United States a few things. If you got a garage attached to your house, You're going to pull your car in there. And sometimes it's a cold morning. You're going to start your engine up, but you forget to open the door. In a house that is attached to a house, you can get CO2 in your house. That's how come you take that spray foam insulation. If you got a garage attached to your house, you spray it all over your garage. You spray all the cubby holes. But I'm not an expert. But I've learned that from watching. Is it better to build a house or buy a house? If you got the money, I would say build your house. And check how they do things. You know, you got to make sure it's a good electrician, a good plumber, a good contractor. Make sure they follow the building code. Some of them don't give a crap. You know, your inspectors, you know, you got to check on your inspectors. Like Kentucky, those inspectors, when you build a house or remodel your house, Kentucky states that you have to build so many houses, so many commercial houses, same thing as a plumber, electrician. You have to build so many, you know, because Kentucky's inspectors can get downright mean. Indiana, which I hate, because those inspectors that Indiana has, cities and towns and counties, never has built a house, never done plumbing work or electric work like Kentucky people does. So you have to be worried. I just want you all to be safe. When you buy your house or build your house, and by you going to Mike Holmes on YouTube, and you learn the things that he finds that inspectors either didn't tell you or they kept it a secret. It'll cost you money. The United States is good. You got good inspectors. You got good inspectors in the United States. Every state in the United States is different, except Indiana. To me, I've seen a Charlestown, Indiana building inspector that don't know his a-hole from the hole in the ground. Because I used to do electricity work. I used to do building houses. I've done some plumbing work. And I've seen this stupid inspector that don't know pass things it should never got passed. You know, if you're going to buy your house or build a house, before you're thinking of buying a house, go to Mike Holmes' video. He's from Canada. Watch his video. He'll teach you what questions to ask, what to look for. You know, I don't want you, because you spend $100,000 or more to buy your house, and the inspector didn't find this. Okay, you have to pay for it. You have to pay for it. If you're going to build your house, this is my opinion, and I'm going to try to save you some money. You can build your house with a basement in it. That way you can get to your water line, your sewer line, your gas line, and so on. And if you get a house with a crawl space underneath it, where you can get underneath there to fix your water line, sewer line, this or that. Okay, here's the problem when people build houses. They build a slab house. They build a slab house. It's concrete on top, gravel with the water line, the gas line, and everything, all under this concrete. Okay, here's the question, or maybe two questions. Do you have the money to dig out underneath the slab if the water line breaks, or you got a gas leak, or plumbing problems? Just think about it. You looking at $10,000 to $40,000 to dig underneath the concrete slab. Just think about it. And you at a hardware store, you can buy these testers, like two lights and another light. You stick it in your plug, see if they ground it, or see if they wire together. I don't know what they cost. But you can get one of those testers where you can stick in your outlets to see if it's grounded or wire screwy or, Like I said, go to Mike Holmes' YouTube channel and you'll learn. I don't want you all to get the shaft. When you spend that much money to buy you a used house or build you a new house, you want to make it right. You also want to check for lead paint. It depends when the house is built. If it was built because I had this house checked for lead paint. And the other thing you check for is, what is it? Methane or something, or some kind of gas. They put instruments in your house for so long and check for that. You also want to check how old is your hot water heater in your house. If it's 10 years old, you better figure you're going to have to replace that hot water heater. Okay, if you got a gas furnace, gas or LP furnace, you got to have a good inspector that he or she knows what to look for. What to look for. You want to look underneath the sink. You want to look at your furnace. You want to look at your ductwork. You want to look at your water lines. You want to look at all of it. I've learned this from watching Mike Holmes on YouTube. And I don't want you all to get the shaft. I want to see you all have a gold mine. If the house has a fireplace in it, like most of Canada has, you want to make sure the inspector send a scope up the chimney. See if all the bricks or liners is in good shape. I want you all to be protective. I don't want to see anybody die in it. Also, I don't know if Canada has it. I think they do. When you buy a house, ask your real estate agent, if you're here in the United States or wherever you're at, what they call title insurance. It's title insurance. I know Canada's title insurance is better than what we got here in the United States. I like Canada's title insurance. If something happens on your house, or maybe property line, you might have a bad neighbor, or something like that. That's my fence, this and that. Here's another secret. It might cost you half, maybe. Ask the person you're buying a house, like to have it surveyed, and maybe you can pay half of the survey where you know all four corners of your property. You want to be there when they do the survey. That way you know where all four corners are of your property. When the inspector comes to your house, you want to be there. Write down what he or she found. Ask them questions. I don't want to see anybody get took. The building inspector I had, he was a good inspector. He knew what he was doing. And he has built houses. He's done plumbing work, electric work, furnace work, heat pump work, septic tank, It was, he found a few things wrong, which I can fix that. That's no problem to fix. And if you like me that lives out in the country, I think Canada is like that. If you got septic tanks, how old is those septic tanks? When was the last time they pumped the septic tank out? Just check on it. I'm giving you people some ideas. And I know in Canada, you got to have a garage. You don't have to be attached to the house. Because it'd be a place you can keep your vehicles or your lawnmowers or stuff like that, or motorcycles, mopeds, four-wheelers. You got a place to keep them out of the weather. I'm trying to help your people out. I'm building a house, buying a house, what to look for. I'm trying to save you all some money. And don't build your house with a slab. Because you're going to run into headaches. Because I've talked to somebody who had a slab house. Something broke underneath the slab, concrete slab. It cost him over $30,000 to repair it. If you got a crawl space, it'll be better. If you got a basement, it's better. It's really better. Because all your water lines will be in the basement where you can get to it. You got your furnace or your heat pump or wood stove in the basement. You can keep warm. Them pipes won't freeze. All you have to worry, if it's like the United States, anything between your house and the water meter, you have to pay for it. Before the meter, the water company has to pay for it. And you also, like I said, hello, Jessica. There's my good-looking daughter. How you doing, Jessica? I miss you on here, but I know you're a busy young lady. You're busy. And since you haven't been on here, I kind of was on here Friday. I was in a bad mood. I done had my tail jumped on by a few people because the words I use. But Walgreens people screwed me. Because most of my medicine is 3 months supply, 90 days. I'm 70 plus. I'm 70 plus years old. Got a birthday coming up around Christmas time. And I hate my birthday. Your mom always, well, she's a little bit younger than me. You know, she's younger than me by maybe 8 to 10. Well, since today, I got the rest of my food stamps today. And I got a third of my food stamps about a week ago. Not enough to get me by. Because when I was eating, that was my winter supplies. Because in case it snows, I can't get out, so I have to stock up and put food in the freezer and stuff like that. I got a problem. I want to ask your ladies on it. Maybe some men knows it, if you cook. Okay, I like banana pudding with the vanilla wafers in them. Okay, the last time I fixed any pudding, you put it in a bowl and you use your egg beater with your milk. And this says to cook it in 2 cups of milk. What I did, I put 2 boxes in there and 4 cups of milk. You know, cook it. That's what it says on the box. But I don't remember ever cooking pudding before. Yeah, we know each other. We talk all the time. And I put it in the ice box. You know, when it gets cool, it's supposed to be pudding, not watered down. So either, you know, I gotta get a pen. What in the heck? I can't never find my ink pen when I want one. There's my pad, but where's... Nancy's a good name. Nancy. RGARD. Okay, well, I get off of here, See, I got it written down on here. Okay, I can't do it. That's one thing I hate, people. If I was on my laptop, I'm not going in it because you all get tired of me mentioning it. And I would be on my computer, then I can use my cell phone to look up these people. But I don't. I knew some Nancys, you know, growing up. I dated a girl named Nancy. I went to school with a few Nancys in my lifetime. You know, Nancy's a pretty good thing. Well, your grandpa and grandma, to name your mom Nancy, must like President Reagan. Because President Reagan's wife's name was Nancy. So your mom, in a way, is like a famous person. So that means I'm proud of your mom. She's a famous person. Oh, Nancy Sinatra. Okay. That was my next thing. Like, these boots are made for walking. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That was a song I played over and over when I was young. Those boots was made for walking. You know, I like that music. Nancy Sinatra was good, so was her father, Frank. See, I didn't forget her father's name. I might be old and forget some things, but I grew up watching Nancy and her dad and other people. And it, you know, Nancy had some good songs out, people. I think if you go to YouTube and type in Nancy Sinatra, you see the songs that she had. Especially those boots are made for walking. Bloom, 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 bloom. Yeah, I quit my daytime job. Or like, Hank Williams Sr., your cheating heart will tear on you. Well, like I say, your cheating heart, people. As Hank Williams Sr. sing at your cheating heart, listen to the song. If you cheat on somebody, your heart will tell on you. That's a fact. And but since I've been warm the past 3 or 4 days, all the kitty cats ain't been in the cage or sleeping. But if it gets colder out, if it gets down to about below 50, if it gets around 40s, them cats will be back in that dog cage on their blanket, you know, keeping warm. They had a special treat tonight. They had some hot dogs and some ham. You know, I like it. Hello, 709. Hello, Jessica Samuel. Okay, your ladies are maybe 709. But you just got on here. I got a problem. It's nothing bad. I like banana pudding. You use banana wafers. I think I screwed up. But I don't ever remember fixing pudding that you had to put it on the stove and milk and had to cook it. I always remember you put it in a bowl and you milk and use an egg beater, then you put it in the oven. But I don't never remember cooking it on the stove. I put 2 boxes and I put the milk. I think I said 2 cups of milk for each. So that'd be 4 cups of milk. I think that's where I screwed up. Hello, Josh. Doing just fine. And you put it in the ice box, let it get cold, and it turns into pudding. Well, I checked it, within the time frame. It wasn't pudding. It was like soup. So your lady, 709, what did I do wrong? Because it says on the box, I think, to cook it. Maybe that's where I screwed up. Or, instead of 2 cups of milk, I should have put 1 cup of milk in each box that I think one I should have done. I think that's one I should have done. I try that, so tomorrow when I go to Walmart, I'm going to get 2 more boxes of banana pudding. And see if I do better and cut the milk down. I think it'll be a whole lot better, I think. Because I've always remembered making chocolate pudding, banana pudding, or anything like that. I always put it in a bowl and use the egg beater. Put the milk. Then it start getting thick. Unless I misread the instructions. But I don't remember putting it on the stove before. Maybe that's where everything's going fine. I'm watching, let's see what I'm watching. NCIS is what I'm watching on TV. And I want to thank you all. And there's another name, because I can't remember none of those names. $25.34. And Jessica Samuel, I'm going to look at YouTube when I get off of here. And a couple other people I'm going to look at. I do have a few new moderators. They're the standard moderators. Well, I got moderators that don't make a comment. They just sit in the background. So I've been having trolls, troublemakers, whatever you call them, on here for about the past week, you could say. And they just want to argue. People, I don't allow any arguing on my channel with anybody. No putting ladies down. Not saying anything bad about kitty cats. We try to get along. It is. It is. And Jacob, he said earlier that his mom and dad is going to buy him a house. And I gave him some pointers. I told him to go to Mike Holmes' YouTube channel and look what he finds in these houses after some of the inspectors there in Canada don't find. And questions to ask your inspectors when they're there. You have to be there when they inspect it That way you can ask them questions or you can point something out to the inspectors if you see. That's how come people, I want you to go to Mike Holmes' YouTube channel. He's in Canada. He builds houses, plus the inspectors, he got the equipment. People calls him in. And he finds all things wrong that it's not on an inspection paper. He has equipment, which I think all inspectors should have. He got maybe to show your heat loss around your windows or your doors or water leaks, maybe got a wet spot in your ceiling or your walls, because it shows a different color on this meter. It's like an infrared or something. And but I am going to go to the grocery store. I got to stock up on some extra food, because it's getting winter time. Just, if it snows, people, if it snows more than 3 inches, I won't be able to get on out of my driveway. And you all know, if you live in the United States in the county, you know how the county road department cleans the road. And you know how the state highway people in the United States, maybe Canada might have the same problem, but the state highway, they work cleaning the roads off. The county don't get in no big hurry to clean the county roads off. And like the state highway department, they use salt and rain, I guess like salt water, and they put down on the roads before it starts snowing. Sometimes the county around here does it. Instead of using salt here in the county, they use cinders, sand, and pea gravel instead of salt. Don't ask me why. That's the county for you. And there's certain roads, if I have to go to Charlestown, I will not take Road 160 to go to Charlestown, because it's like a snake up and down. There's no use to do that, because Clark County doesn't clean Highway 160 that good. It's best for me just to stay on 31 southbound to Salisbury and hit Highway 403 going into Charlestown, because they clean it. And where they got that roundabout there on 403, it's real close to the Clark County Highway Department. The rumors is they're going to put another roundabout, supposedly, at Bethany and Stony Point and Highway 403 road, is what I've heard. I hope that's wrong, because the roundabout they got right now, hello RM, see, you've been working hard. I changed drugstores. I went from Walgreens to another drugstore because they made me mad. My doctor writes prescriptions out for 3 months, 90 days. And I take Ozempic. And what did Walgreens do? Instead of getting my 3 months supply, I got 1 month. I was mad Friday. I done some stupid crap Friday, but I was mad and upset. And I found out through the grapevine, reliable sources, I can't name who they are, but Walgreens, like on Ozempic, they make more money on selling a 1 month supply of Ozempic and what they do 3 months supply. I went from 3 months to 1 month of Ozempic, where they can make that money. I don't like crooks like him. Walgreens is closed Saturday and Sunday, where they used to be open Saturday and Sunday. Because Walgreens got problems. They're there to make money. Not like, I know. That's what makes me mad. I cussed them out. I know they didn't like it. I said, I'm going to find another drugstore. I went to 2 drugstores. I asked him the same questions. I went with one of the 2. And I like it. They was honest. I told him, I said, as long as the doctor writes the 3 months deal and I get one, I'm going to find another drugstore. Because that's all Walgreens did is lie to me since I've been with them, I guess 2 years. I'm fed up with them. Like, there's a medicine that my son gets. It's 30 days supply of some kind of medicine. But Walgreens want to do a 7-day instead of a 30-day. And the prescription is for 30 days. I don't like people like that. I agree with you, RM. It's, I don't know why drugstore does it. And the other store, he was getting a 30-day supply of it. They keep running out of it, so the doctor wrote out for Walgreens a 30-day supply. And it is stupid. I can't afford to drive to Charlestown every week. They can't deliver it because it's a controlled substance. And it makes me mad. And also Walgreens. I am. I'm going to look it up. I will file a complaint because that is wrong. I know they're going to be mad Monday when they turn their computers on. They found out they lost all of my prescriptions to another drugstore. And they was real polite. Walmart was real nice. The other drugstore was real nice and polite. They got good-looking ladies that works there and all this. But I did not like the way Walgreens done me Friday in Charlestown, Indiana. And another thing, people, look, every place you go, even fast food, Walmart, they got an exit, emergency exit. They also got emergency lights. Check Walgreens. They don't have no exit signs showing you emergency exit. They don't have those emergency lights in case the lights goes out. They're looking for a lawsuit. I gotta figure out how to do it. I had to take a screenshot of it where I can remember it. Yeah, I got it out of my system. You know, Joanne, the night that you and Sherry, I went off that night because it upset me. Maybe I should have stayed off Friday. But what I went through with Walgreens, maybe by me going off and telling people what happened to me, it might save other people. I know I went about it the wrong way, but I was mad. When I get mad, I do stupid things that I shouldn't be doing. And, you know, I'm mad, but I did find me another drugstore. But Walgreens comes Monday, they gonna find out they lost my business. And maybe my son's business. I know, like I say, when you all got your grandkids, don't worry about me, people. Take care of your grandkids. You know, that's important. Your grandkids are more important than I am. I know I messed up Friday, but I had to get my point through. And I had people that worked for Walgreens. I'm not going to say what state, but I agree with those people. And that's what they do, because they lose money by doing the 3-month supply. You know, that makes me mad. If that happens to me, people, it can happen to you. If your doctor writes you out a 3-month supply of medicine, I know, I saw your point. If the doctor writes you a 3-month supply and your insurance pays for a 3-month supply, the drugstore should fill the 3-month supply. That's my opinion. I've been getting, somebody from Walgreens 4 months ago, called me. And I explained to her, well, we put you back on the 3 months. And when I told that pharmacy lady Friday, I said, the lady from Walgreens called me. She was here. The phone number came from here and put me back on it. I said, maybe that was somebody from corporate office. I don't know, but I was mad. If I can help a person out, because that's what my life is about, trying to help you all, try to teach you. I don't want you to go through what I've been through. Even on medicine, you hear what Walgreens done to me. I don't want nothing to happen to you. Like Ozempic. It's for diabetes. It does help you lose weight. Fat people get that to lose weight. But if they don't get their medicine, it's not a matter of life or death to them. But since I'm a diabetic, it's a matter of life or death. So Walgreens was messing with my life. You know, I can't stay with Walgreens. I'm no longer with Walgreens. And it makes me mad. I know when I go to that new drugstore, I have to show them my cards where they have it. I don't know if it transferred, it has it, or what. When I go to my doctor next month, I'm going to have to tell them what drugstore I'm using, which is it's close to my doctor's office. But I don't like getting taken advantage of, you all. I might be an old man, but I'm not a stupid old man. I'm still in my right mind. But when you're trying to put the shaft to me, bye-bye. But I'm not going to do that. I told them I was going to find me another drugstore. And there's something else I'm going to do. That I'm going to do. And I got to look it up on the internet. That's how come I screenshot it. And where I could do it. Plus, when I go to the drugstore, I know they got 2 or 3 apps. I got to figure out which app that I'm supposed to download. Okay, Joanne, I know you're a good cook. I screwed up fixing banana pudding. You know, it's been a long time since I fixed pudding. Usually I get a bowl and put the pudding mix in it with the milk, then use my egg beaters. Maybe this is where I screwed up. It says on the box, put it in there, put your milk in it, and heat it up. I don't never remember ever heating up pudding on the stove. And I put 2 boxes in there. I put 4 cups of milk. Maybe I should have put just 2 cups of milk. I did put it in the ice box. And you figure after a couple hours, it'd be pudding. Guess what? It looks like soup. So I don't know what I've done with that banana pudding. I like banana pudding with vanilla wafers. Maybe I shouldn't cooked it, but that's what it says on the box. You people, leave it in the comment. Even in the man, if you know what I've done wrong. I think tomorrow when I go to Walmart, I think I'm going to get me a ham. I think I'm going to get a ham and cook it in the crock pot. That means I got to buy some pineapple, put pineapple in it for Thanksgiving. I got to see how much a ham costs. I figure I fixed some ham for Thanksgiving. What's that other thing? It's like dressing. It's not shake and bake. You put it in a pan, you put butter in it, and I think maybe water and stir it. It's like dressing. Gonna have that for Thanksgiving. That and I believe ham. You know, what I like, people, I don't know if you can find it in the store. I've cooked a whole lot of turkeys in, it's a big pot, a great big pot with another liner in it and a lid. They got a temperature control where you can put your turkey in it. And it got, I guess, a glass lid in it. I don't know, something like a crock pot, but it's big enough to put the biggest turkey in it you can. And I have fun cooking turkeys in it. I go through a whole lot of butter. I mean, I soak it inside with butter, outside with butter, you know, and the other stuff that's inside I take out, dump it out in there, because the kitty cats gets all the livers and hearts or whatever. That's the kitty cat's Thanksgiving, Turkey Day, whenever that'd probably be December. And, cats is like humans. I got some new moderators. Jacob's a new moderator. He's in Canada. And he's learning, nobody's perfect. He deleted somebody's comment because he's talking about, hello 709. And they're talking about eating kitty cats. Nope. That's one thing I hate, people, but not having my computer. I guess I can use YouTube on my phone, but I found out after, she kind of cleaned my rear end out last Friday there, 709, because of my language. She had her grandkids there, and I don't blame her. Put so otherwise, Joanne, I don't have to heat it up. It says to heat it up. I don't ever remember heating pudding up on the stove. I've never done that. I think that's where I messed up. Because I always remember putting the pudding in the milk and use the egg beater. I did put 2 cups of milk in it. No, 4 cups. I done what it says on the boxes. I put it in the ice box. It looks like it was soup. Well, and what I do tomorrow, I'm going to buy me 2 more boxes a banana pudding. And like I say, I messed up. I think it because I cooked it. Exactly what I believe happened. I wouldn't bet 2-1 that's what happened, but I'm not going to do that no more. I just put it and get my egg beater out and do it like you're supposed to. I don't know, maybe they changed it since the last time I fixed pudding, even chocolate pudding. But I messed up. You know, I always liked pudding, chocolate pudding, banana pudding, vanilla pudding. You know, I like it. You know, but I messed up. And it made me mad. It looked like soup. I went out and checked it a while ago. It's kind of getting a little bit like pudding, but it's been in there since Friday and today's Sunday. It should be pudding. It shouldn't be soup. So I'm going to try that because I know I've never cooked pudding on the stove before. Maybe that's where I messed up. I should have knew. Hello, T-Bone. How you doing Sunday night, T-Bone? Hey, people, you got to watch the intersections. I'm going to make a joke here, T-Bone. It's nothing to do with you. Y'all get you a dash cam. Here's why. You got the green light. You go through the green light. Then you get T-bone. You know, this is a... I did heat the milk and the pudding till it starts to get... It didn't get thick. You know, I wait for it to get thick. It didn't get thick. Hello, Yoakum. But... yes, I got my socks on. But the reason I tell you people, I don't mean to pick on T-Bone. That reminds me for you all to get a dash cam. Because when you go through a green light, it happens all over the planet in probably every country. When you get T-Bone in the green light, you say you have the green light. The other person going to say he or she had the green light. That means your insurance company's going to be fighting. That's how come you have your dash cam or your cell phone on camera and record that. Because it does happen all over the planet. I hope T-Bone don't kill me, but that reminds me of a dash cam and car wrecks. If you live here in Indiana, people, there's 5 districts of state police. There's 5 Mustangs here in Indiana. 5 Mustang GTs. You find them on X, I believe, and you find them on Facebook. They went back to the old blue and white cars. On the hood, it got like a V, it's white. The hood is white. The rest of the car is blue. That's what I grew up with, the white and blue police cars. The Dodge Durangos that the new troopers is getting is blue and white. They look beautiful. They look very, very beautiful. But I know it's like Corvettes, Camaros, and Mustangs. When it snows, you gotta park them. You gotta park them. Because they ain't gonna go nowhere in snow and ice. Your Corvette people, your Camaro people, and your Mustang people knows what I'm talking about. And I like Mustang. You know, people complaining. You know, there's other states that got Mustangs. Where are they going to put a prisoner? Well, I know of any. Yeah, I like rear wheel drive. I do. I like it better than the front wheel drive. That's what my Toyota Camry is, front wheel drive. And people said, well, they're costing the taxpayers money. Okay. Okay, I tried that, Joanne. And if you people don't know how Indiana Police Department or the state of Indiana buy those vehicles, like Dodge, you got pickup trucks, you got SUVs. Hello, Justin. I see you are on okay. I see you're on StreamYard now. You could do a lot with StreamYard. The free version is only 5 hours. It used to be, when I first tried StreamYard, it was 30 hours. And I cut it down to 5 hours. But I don't have a computer. I canceled my subscription. I'm still waiting on my money. 3 months of money they owe me. Tell Austin I saw that. I was going to leave you a comment, but I couldn't leave you a comment. I couldn't leave you a comment. That's okay. Hey, I like the videos, the short videos that Austin did of you, me, 709, and a whole lot of people. I like it where I had a nice, pretty shirt, Oh, I love that video. I even shared it on my YouTube channel. Trying to get people to go to Austin's YouTube channel. Because those short videos that Austin did is great. People, you need to go to Austin Garrett's YouTube channel. I know there's a bunch of Austin Garrett, but you want to look in his profile picture. It's a yellow car with a black stripe in it. And that's where you want to go and look at his short videos. He got a bunch of them. I got, 900 views of on my video that Austin did. And I know there's somebody else more famous than me is Dolly Parton. I got more views than Dolly Parton did. So that makes me, hello there, that makes me more famous than Dolly Parton. But I wish I had her money. But it's good. I beat out Dolly Parton, That made me proud. Just like Jacob there, Justin. When I first aired that short video, Justin fell out of his chair on the floor, rolling like, crazy. It made him laugh so hard. I watch it, I don't know how many times a day, because I think it's funny. And thank you, Austin. Especially, even 709, you might see some cookies that had 709 on them, some other 70. It's good. I wish I was that smart to think. I'm not that smart on a computer to do some of that stuff. I can do the music part of it. That's no problem. But I'll probably get up there when I get off. I got to look for 2 YouTube people and subscribe to their channel. Because I like to help people grow on their YouTube channel. I like to get their watch hours up. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help my family out. That's what, well, it got up to about maybe 50, 55 today. I should have went out and cut some more leaves out, but this is Sunday. I don't work on Sunday. My dad would turn over in his grave if I went out there and cut grass. Maybe tomorrow. But the temperature is supposed to drop down in 30s and 40s this week, so have to wait and see. I just have to wait and see. I got to take my medicine after a while. I am gonna, when I go to Walmart tomorrow, I am gonna buy 2 24 packs of Pepsis. I'm feeling better, but I gotta take my medicine. If I don't take my blood pressure medicine, if I miss it more than 2 days, my blood pressure goes up. Then I start getting a migraine headache. That's how I know my blood pressure up. So I got to I take about 10 or 15 pills a day. And I have to take my pain medicine. It said, take it when you need it. I need it at night to help me sleep. My arthritis hurts so much, I can't hardly sleep. And I like to sleep, people. Maybe I get a good-looking country foxy lady that I can sleep. I got one kitty cat on the bed. Let's see if I can. There's Kathy. There's Alex up in the window. I think he's off of here now, Jacob. Because the time difference. I think there's an hour difference, so it's probably, let's see, it's probably about 11, 12 o'clock there. It's about 9:45, 10 o'clock, something like it here. I don't have a watch. since I got a cell phone, it's a better clock and a watch. If I had the money, people, I would get me a smart watch. You know how much those smart watches is, especially an Apple smart watch. So, but do I really need a smart watch? Yes and no, but it's not in my budget. If God wants me to have a smart watch, He would get it to me. Well, I usually on Sundays do a video at 7 o'clock. I'm Bob Joyce, who's a preacher. And I was getting anywhere from 10 to 25 views a week. I told people if I don't get at least 100 views a week, I'm not going to do it anymore. I know there's more than 25 people on YouTube that believes in God. And just like they said, people, Jesus is coming again. I believe it. I believe Jesus is coming again. I believe it. So, like I said, people, I did change drugstores. I went from Walmart to another drugstore, the way Walgreens put the shaft to me. You all that might work in a drugstore or in the medical field, by getting your 3-month supply, you mess with their money. They make more money on, you have to believe in God. People, you have to really believe in God 24/7, just like me. But I know God didn't like what I done Friday, but He knows I was mad. If I didn't believe in God, people, when I fell off of my porch, 8 weeks ago today, give or take a little, if it wasn't for my faith in God, I could have got a concussion, a broken neck. I could have broke this. All I did is sprung this. I could have had broken bones. I could have had a broken back, broken hip. But since I'm with God, God saved me. He has special plans for me, just like He has plans for you. You have to believe in God 24/7. Just by going to church, yeah, I'm okay. When you go to church, you believe in God. As soon as you walk out them church door, you go back to the devil. You're supposed to believe in God 24/7. You believe in God when you're at home. You believe in God when you're at work. You believe in God when you go to the grocery store, when you're driving. You believe in God 24/7. I know some of you don't like to get preached to. But since I believe in God, He spared me when I fell off of my porch about 8 weeks ago. If I didn't believe in God, I still might have been in the hospital or rehab. If I didn't believe in God. God spare me to tell you all about that. Like last night, I forget what channel it was on. I like him. It's John Hagee. He's kind of on the chubby side. I watched his church service the other night. Or maybe it was this morning. I don't know. But my mom and me used to watch John Hagee all the time. And we used to watch Billy Graham, the old man, used to watch him. I love Billy Graham and John Hagee. What's the other young guy? Joe, I think his name's Joe something. You know, I watch him every once in a while. And I like, I don't go to church. I can watch church on TV or listen to it on the radio. And some people go, see, that's what I'm trying to do, Jacob. I know I'm not your father or mother. I'm kind of like a grandpa. I got a bunch of grandkids on my channel. I got adopted kids on my channel. And that's what I'm here for, people, to help you out, to help you understand, tell you the problems that I'm going through, if it's a computer, cell phone, smart crap, or the drugs that I'm getting at the drugstore. What I went through Friday with Walgreens, they lost me as a customer because what they done to me Friday. I'm not going to put up with the crap. When a doctor writes out a 3 months prescription and the insurance pays for 3 months, they make more money by doing a 1 month supply. Like Walgreens is doing to my son. He's supposed to get a 30-day supply of his medicine. He has to go every week. They want this money. They get a fee. That is wrong. That is wrong. The prescription says a 30-day supply. No, when we go back Friday to Walgreens, I'm going to go in there. I said, why is he getting a 7-day supply of medicine when the subscription says 30 days supply? I want to hear them and what they tell me. And I said, I know why you do a 7-day supply, because you make more money on it. You make more money on it. Just like they do Ozempic, people. They don't make enough money when I get 3 months supply. They make more money on a 1 month supply. Just like I asked the 2 drugstores. I said, do you all have any problem getting Ozempic? Say if you're set up for 3 months, the people gets their 3 months, said yes, unless we out. If we got enough for 1 month, then you get a 1 month, but then when we get the supply in, then you get the rest of it. But that's what makes me mad about Walgreens, people. I am going to file a complaint sometime this week against Walgreens in Charlestown, Indiana. And you look at Walgreens on the internet. Look up and see who owns it. I've done research thanks to your people here on my YouTube channel told me where to go. That's one reason I'm no longer with Walgreens. I don't like how they do business. You know, that's the only store I have problems with is Walgreens. So next month, I will get my regular medicine back. I'm going to have to call the doctor's office tomorrow and tell them I changed drugstores. You know, well, since I'll be out, maybe I could just stop in and tell them. You know, I might just do that. Because I ain't that far away, from my doctor's office. I just do that. I guarantee you, Alzheimer's, that's what my brother said Mom had. She didn't have Alzheimer's. Maybe a little bit. Say 10 o'clock in the morning. She knew when Perry Mason, Matlock, diagnosed murder came on. She knew 9 o'clock, 9, 10, 11. She knew when Perry Mason, Matlock, and diagnosed murder came on. She knew that. How can you have Alzheimer's if you look at the clock, says time for Perry Mason? Like at night after supper, after she read the Even News paper, or go in and work on her crossword puzzle. She look at that clock and see 7 o'clock. What's it? Wheel of Fortune and Double Jeopardy. She knew exactly what channel on TV up. So how could she have Alzheimer's? That's what my brother said. She didn't have it. I was there 7 days a week, morning and night. Wash her clothes, cook for her, clean the house, done the dust. Hello, county cop, watch how you doing. But you people, you gotta watch these drugstores. If your doctor gives you a 3-month supply of your medicine and the insurance pays for 3 months, in about way, you save money by getting a 3-month supply. But I did change drugstore yesterday. I had to think yesterday, it was Saturday. And that's what I did. I changed drugstore on account the way Walgreens done me. And I don't go with people like that that try to steal from you. That's what I'm saying they do. Or stealing from the insurance company. And I don't like it. It's cheaper, people. You could check with your insurance, your medical insurance. It's cheaper by getting 3 months supply than it is getting 1 month's supply. So you could check with your medical insurance. It's cheaper to get 3 months supply than it is 1 month's supply. The drugstore makes money on medicine that they have to put out every month. It's a money game. You people here on YouTube knows where to go. Yeah, you never forget, people. Your grandpa might have a little Alzheimer's. And I got what they call inherit Alzheimer's. I got about 30 years old. You inherit those things that you forget. That's how come I write everything. I got a calendar in the bathroom. Write all the doctor's appointments, when I get paid, when I get food stamps. I write it down, like, say I get my check on the 3rd. Pay date, bill paid, bill paid in time. I got that on the calendar. But I haven't forgot where I live. I haven't forgot that yet. I haven't forget to feed the kitty cats. I haven't forget how to drive a car. I haven't forget what my favorite shows is on TV. I believe your grandpa got favorite TV shows that he likes. And he can tell you probably what channel it's on. And he probably can tell you what time it comes on. Don't say people got Alzheimer's and don't know nothing. They're smarter than you think they are. I'm not a doctor. I've been around people with Alzheimer's. They're smarter than you think they are. My mom was. She could tell you, she looked at the clock, said, turn it to channel. Okay, it's time for me to get off of here too. You say save, make sure you got your wood stove going. And everybody, thank you for being here on Sunday night. God loves you. Don't give up. Hi, all you foxy ladies. I like to have another foxy lady. Will I take my ex-foxy lady back? Oh, we would have to talk first. So you all have a great time. I love you all. I love you foxy ladies. Good night. God loves you. Tomorrow's Monday. Might be or might not. It depends if they got the new Hus and the Rex on there. Love y'all.